In response to criticism of the deal for the release of Bergdahl, the president's spokesman said today it was absolutely the right thing to do. Major Garrett is at the White House for us. Major?
Maurice, critics like Republican Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina accused President Obama of releasing the Taliban dream team from Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Top advisors don't deny the 5 detainees traded for Bowe Bergdahl were not hardened Taliban killers, but the White House argues their release does not undermine U.S. national security. All 5 detainees were active Taliban fighters and planners. 3 held leadership posts in the Taliban government. Mohammed Fazl was a former deputy minister of defense and founding Taliban member. Abdul Haq Wasik was a former deputy intelligence minister and confidant of top Taliban leader Mullah Omar. Mullah Noor al-Nouri was a senior Taliban commander in northern Afghanistan and one of the highest-ranking Taliban held at Guantanamo. All 5 are now in Qatar, unable to leave for 1 year. Their activities will be monitored by authorities there. Today, White House Press Secretary Jay Carney said there were sufficient safeguards in place. Do you disagree with the characterization of the 5 released detainees as among the hardest of the hard and possibly responsible for the deaths of thousands of people?
We have a long history in this country, and our allies do as well, of exchanging prisoners in an armed conflict, especially when that armed conflict is coming to an end.
The White House argues that the end of combat operations at the end of this year in Afghanistan also justified the release of these 5 detainees. By the time the 5 leave Qatar, there will be fewer than 10,000 U.S. forces in Afghanistan. Maurice, the White House argues that will lower the threat to them if they return to the fight.
Now, Major, the president's required by law to give 30 days notice before releasing detainees from Guantanamo. What happened in this case?
The White House argues the president as commander-in-chief had the authority to ignore that law if there was very little time to negotiate, which is exactly what the White House says occurred in this case and justified winning the release of Bowe Bergdahl. Republicans and Democrats who were supposed to have been briefed about all this are not yet convinced.
Okay, Major Garrett at the White House for us tonight. Thank you.